Pauley was in Pittsburgh recently to speak at the Pittsburgh Speakers Series at Heinz Hall, and I got to sit down and talk with her while she was in town. It was a real thrill for me because I grew up watching her and looked up to her as a role model throughout my own career, and I think you'll be surprised at some of what I learned about her. Remember Jane Pauley, a fresh-faced 25-year-old when she was tapped to co-anchor the Today Show in 1976. Then 13 years later, the host of Dateline, and now the new host of CBS Sunday Morning.
Coming really full circle, 40 years later, that's astonishing. That is. Even a year ago, still haven't gotten over it.
Pauley says at age 67, she's confident hosting the #1 Sunday morning news show, unlike her first foray into network news.
I was 25 years old when I was Tom Brokaw's partner on the Today Show, and you know, it was amazing. It was stupid. It was ridiculous. And I don't know how it happened. Talk about unprepared.
It was that candid, self-deprecating, warm personality that ingratiated her with viewers. Her path into television began when she joined the speech and debate team at her high school in Indianapolis because she didn't make cheerleader.
And that was the crushing disappointment of my life, because I'd been a cheerleader in junior high, but I never made the big time. So in my heartache, I was free to discover a talent I didn't know I had.
Pauley went on to win in extemporaneous speaking and serve as governor of Girl State, a summer leadership and citizenship program. She and her sister Ann, who lives in Murraysville, are both trailblazers. Ann was one of the first women to head a global high-tech manufacturing company at Westinghouse and Emerson Electric in Pittsburgh.
I trumpet Pittsburgh to people. I've been coming here since, I don't know, it's 40-something years. You've got the Fortunes, the Frick, Mellon, Carnegie. I know how to pronounce Carnegie.
What many people don't know is that Jane Pauley suffers from bipolar disorder. It was triggered suddenly at age 50 by a medication she was given to get rid of hives. She spent 3 weeks in a New York psychiatric hospital and has had it under control ever since with the help of medication and advocacy.
The advocacy that I'm able to do, like talking about it now, is there's a lot of science to this point that giving support is as therapeutic as getting it.
Pauley's openness about her mental illness has made a difference in lives, as did her role as a female broadcaster.
People were very aware that not only did we have working women, but working moms in the morning. I was aware that that the optics were more significant than just conducting an interview in the morning.
Pauley's always been comfortable on camera, sometimes more than in other situations.
Now you put me in a cocktail party, even now I walk into a room with strangers and I'm a little, nervous.
Jane Pauley, television icon, role model, a regular visitor to Pittsburgh from a family with humble beginnings. How is it that two people from the same family, two sisters, rose to such high levels in their fields? Do you think it was something in your background?
Maybe there was something. What we have in common is that given opportunities that we felt unprepared for, maybe challenges that were a little beyond us, maybe a lot beyond us in my case, we would say yes.
Now, on a personal note, she was as lovely and as kind as I had hoped she would be. I enjoyed her book, Skywriting, A Life Out of the Blue. It's a biography, and her more recent book, Your Life Calling. It's about baby boomers reinventing themselves later in life.
Great interview. And
Thanks.
Was she surprised to be offered the Sunday morning show at the stage in her life when, frankly, a lot of people are retiring.
Right, she was. I mean, she was 65 when she was offered this, and she remembered that Walter Cronkite was 65 when he was basically put out to pasture.
Yeah.
So, I mean, times have really changed. And in fact, that's really what her book is about, the one, Your Life Calling. It's about how people have so much more productive years now, and there's so many things you can do. But this was something she never expected.
Well, it's great. I'm glad she's there. And major points for her pronunciation of Carnegie.
Very nice.
That's
I know,
rare
impressive.
in a non-native.